How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Today is day 6 of Green Bay Packers training camp, and today is a full padded day. Yesterday we saw the shoulder pads come on, no leg pads. Today was all pads. So you know what that means. I have some highlights from today's practice to react to and break down for you guys. And if you are a new viewer to this channel, I post Green Bay Packers content almost every single day, including highlights from practice, recap from practice, every single day the Packers practice. I post videos right here on the channel. So if that does interest you, I'd highly suggest going down and clicking that subscribe button so you don't miss any of the content. And just a reminder, I will be streaming this Saturday for Green Bay Packers Family Night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, so make sure to come out to the stream and hang out. Also, guys, make sure to stay tuned to the end of the video. I have some pretty important news to share with you guys. All right, so without further ado, let's bring up the screen here. In this first clip, we have Christian Watson going over to the side, hyping up the crowd, and easily just hitting a backflip. This dude's athleticism is just outmatched. I don't know how someone is built like that, 6'5", and can move that fast, and can just stand there and do a backflip. It's just insane. We all saw yesterday Jordan Love connect with him on that deep ball. Super hype for Christian Watson going into this season. Here we have a drill of Jordan Love doing a rollout drill to the left side here. So an off-balance throw, and he fires it directly into the net on the left sideline. The things I've noticed about Jordan Love this year, not only has he looked a lot better in terms of his footwork, release, and movement, but I've seen him throw a lot better off balance. Not that you always expect to be off balance, but it seems like, we saw through the years of Aaron Rodgers where he could pretty much throw off of any platform. And it seems like they're really training Jordan Love to be able to do that too. Tom Clements being here is a blessing in disguise. Probably one of the best things Aaron Rodgers did in the last couple of years for the Green Bay Packers was bring Tom Clements back to help out with Jordan Love now. But like I said, every time I've seen him this year so far in training camp do these rollout drills and throw crossbody off his back foot, he's looking pretty accurate with them and able to put velocity on the ball without really setting his feet, which is all too familiar for us Packers fans. Here's another throw from Jordan Love throwing a wheel route to running back Emmanuel Wilson. Just a simple touch throw, but real nice touch on that ball, right where it needs to be, where it's right over the shoulder, outside shoulder of that running back in the back corner of the end zone. Just a simple touch pass is that, kind of off platform again. You can see him kind of falling back as he throws that. Nonetheless, just a great throw to running back Emmanuel Wilson here. In this clip, we have both Romeo Doubs and Christian Watson running routes. At the top of the screen, we see Doubs running a deep dig, Jordan Love finding him in the back of the end zone. And at the bottom of the screen, we see Christian Watson running a zig route, and I believe is found by Danny Etling on the side there. You'd like to see Danny Etling fire that right off the break. It seems like Watson's kind of waiting, and then catching the ball at the side of the end zone. But we keep seeing Watson run these zig routes, and he's looking really great in and out of his breaks. Like I said, it seems like Watson is really fine-tuning his footwork for this season, which, like I said, if Watson turns out to be, an excellent route runner, which not saying he's bad, but obviously his speed is more of his game. If he fine-tunes his route running craft, I don't know if there'll be a defensive back that will be able to stop this guy. Here's another angle of that zig route. So some people might say, oh, he beats the drum too much and he's too slow getting out of that break, but you also have to realize, this guy is 6'5", right? So like if you put any other wide receiver that's 6'5" and tell him to do a zig route, it'll probably look a lot slower than that, especially like if it's a tight end or something of that sort that's a lot heavier. Christian Watson is, like I said in the first clip, just a freak of nature. The dude is an absolute athletic freak. And I feel like some people do look at him under a microscope and go, oh, well, he doesn't look like he can run routes that great. But you also have to realize, like I said, he's 6'5". Like, the dude is moving very nicely for a 6'5" wide receiver, especially being that fast. It's just ridiculous. Here we have some of the wide receivers catching a quick pass, then going through the ball protection tunnel drill here. We saw Watson, there is Doubs, and then next up is Samori Toure. Been extremely impressed with Samori Toure so far this camp. And then next up, we'll see Jayden Reed, who also has been good this camp, in my opinion, as well. Just a simple ball protection drill there. Jordan Love finding his receivers. Now here is a slow-mo clip of Jayden Reed running a zig route. So the same route we saw Watson run, and Jayden Reed just perfects this. Like a really nice cut into there on that dig to where a defensive back is 100% going to bite on that, and he wastes little time getting back out into that out route on that zig. It is in slow-mo, so obviously you can't see the full effect of how quick this route was actually ran, but he doesn't waste too many steps at the top of that route. Where you saw Christian Watson kind of beat the drum too much, or a little too much, you don't see it as much with Jayden Reed right there, kind of just a couple times, and he's quickly off that back foot and driving outwards to the other side, and just a really nice zig route ran there by rookie Jaden Reed. Here we have a clip of some of the offensive linemen. I believe that's Kadeem Telfort down there, number 77, doing a blocking drill here, and then we see on the left side, we see Bakhtiari talking to Zach Tom. Interestingly enough, Zach Tom started with the centers today with the ones. Now, once it was the second drive, Josh Myers came back in, but Zach Tom started to get reps with the ones at center. And I mentioned this a couple of weeks ago that Zach Tom could very well compete with Josh Myers for that starting center role. Jake Hansen is out with an injury now, with an elbow injury. The Packers re-signed Cole Schneider, so they're working with backups at center as well. But Zach Tom very well could start at center if they really like what they have in Josh Nijman at right tackle, who got another start with the ones today. So they're still rotating Josh Nijman and Zach Tom at right tackle. So Josh Nijman started with the right tackles today. So that means they wanted to see what Zach Tom had at center. So he started there over Josh Myers with the first drive there. So I actually have a 1v1 clip for you guys, and this is a crazy one. We have Jordan Love throwing a 9 route to Romeo Doubs on none other than Jair Alexander. And Doubs with a wonderful break back to that ball and a contested catch over Jair. This is super impressive. Really nice release off of Jair to get to the outside and even have a step on him. Nice hand fighting by Romeo Doubs. No PI there. And you see Jair at the end clapping for Doubs. I love the respect by Jair when he actually gets beat. He's not upset or anything. You know, he's been training with these wide receivers, and he says wide receivers come to him saying, what can I do better? And he loves that because he's trying to get these receivers a lot better. And that is exactly what will happen if you have to go against Jair Alexander in practice. Forged by fire, you will get better. Very impressive rep here by Romeo Doubs. Like I said, coming back to that football, a little bit of an underthrown jump ball type of situation for Romeo Doubs here. And, you know, he rose up to the situation and, you know, got back to that ball. Nice, like I said, nice hand fighting, nice catch with his hands, bringing it away from Jair Alexander and securing that ball there. Here we have a clip of Lucas Van Ness doing an interesting drill where Jason Rebrovich throwing tennis balls at his hands. I'm sure this is a reaction time drill to get your hands on offensive linemen quickly, which that's what Lucas Van Ness excels at. When I watch his tape at Iowa, just getting his hands on that lineman first. So nice to see them doing that drill here with Lucas Van Ness, and I'm sure they do it with the other linebackers as well. Here we have a clip of safety slash cornerback Ennis Gaines going up to grab a ball there. Really nice vertical by Ennis Gaines. The Packers have been moving him all around at safety, slot corner. He's been working with the cornerbacks. He's been working with the safeties. You know, he definitely has a chance to make this 53-man roster. The Packers obviously like his versatility. He offers special teams capabilities. And like I said, they like him in the slot at nickel corner, which they kind of don't have great depth there. They kind of have Keyshawn Nixon, Shamar Jean Charles, and I guess Ennis Gaines. So if the Packers want to have solid depth there and a guy that could play safety in a pinch, they might favor Ennis Gaines over some of the other players to make this 53-man roster. Here we have a clip of 7th round rookie Carrington Valentine, the cornerback out of Kentucky, doing a backpedal drill here. Had a really nice day of practice yesterday. Had a pick 6 on Danny Etling in team portions. And then today, Matt LaFleur had a lot of great things to say about him. I'm hyped for Carrington Valentine. I think that was a really nice draft pick in the 7th round. You know, a lot of people think he should have went before the 7th round, and very well he could end up being our, 4th cornerback, another boundary guy that could end up seeing snaps as early as this season. Here we have a clip of Sean Clifford finding Aaron Jones on a wheel in the back of the end zone. Sean Clifford, I believe, has been working as quarterback 3 thus far in camp. I believe Danny Etling has been quarterback 2, so I'm interested to see who ends up taking that backup role. It seems like it's a very open competition. It's not, really down to one person right now. It's Etling, Clifford, and I believe Magoo's been with the 4s. So right now, I think it's really down to Etling and Clifford at this moment. So I'm interested to see how the Packers go about that, considering they drafted Sean Clifford in the 5th round, and Danny Etling would likely clear waivers and go back to the practice squad, and no other team would sign him. Whereas Clifford, you draft him in the 5th round, so you kind of have that value on him where another team may sign him if you try to get him through waivers to your practice squad. So that does it for all the highlights I have from day 6 of Green Bay Packers training camp practice. And as I said earlier, you're going to want to stick around to the end of the video because I have some important news. And that news is that giveaways are coming back to this channel starting this month, starting with this awesome Christian Watson full-size signed Packers alternate green helmet. And this is all thank you to Pristine Auction. Pristine Auction is a signed memorabilia auction website where you can bid on so many different types of items and win some really cool signed memorabilia for some great prices. Everything you see behind me is from Pristine Auction. All of these items are pretty much signed. It's a great way to deck out your man cave or your sports bar, anything of that sort, for some good prices. So in order to enter in this giveaway and win this Christian Watson signed Green Bay Packers helmet, you have to head to pristineauction.com and register on their website using my custom code. That is code BASS, B-A-S, on pristineauction.com to be entered in this giveaway. Doing so will also give you a free $10 site credit that you can use to bid on some really cool Packers items. So go there, register on Pristine Auction using code BASS, check out what they have to offer on that website, and you'll also be entered in this giveaway to win this signed Christian Watson helmet. But that about does it for this video. I appreciate everyone watching. If you could leave a like down below, it supports my channel a ton. Again, thank you for the endless support. You guys are awesome. But I'll catch you on the next one. Thanks for watching, and as always, go Pack Go.